Hello my friends, welcome to my channel. In this video I'll be showing you how to create simple shapes like this or infographics inside of Photoshop, right? If you've not subscribed to my channel, now is the best time to hit the subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on post notification so you don't miss any video I'll be dropping anytime from now. Without having to say much, let's get started. So click on File, click on New, and make sure you're using 1920 by 1080 pixels. And I just chose to use this, so resolution 300. Click OK and make sure the artboard is selected. So I'm going to click on the artboard too. Make sure you're clicking on it. So go back and click on it and click on this plus to create another artboard size here like this. So you have two artboards. So I'm going to be using artboard 1 for reference. So I'm going to bring in my reference, which is this guy here. I'm basically going to drag and drop here inside here like this. And I'm going to zoom out so I can get the intricate details of the shape I'm going to be creating, right? So which is this one here, right? So make it bigger so we can see things clearly. And this is where we are going to be creating the shape on artboard 2. All right, so let's just start this way. So the first thing I'm going to do here is like I said, I'm going to create an artboard 2. Select my rectangle. That's the first thing, right? So I'm going to draw a rectangle like this, right? So double click. I'm just going to use a color that's not white. I'm going to change it later on, but I just want to make sure I have a difference between the shape and the background, right? So for context, we're trying to create this first shape here. So Ctrl T and click on perspective and drag from the bottom like this, right, to create this. So this is what we're trying to create here. All right, so using perspective and click on free transform and bring this inside like this. Please make sure you pay attention to this process. When you're done, click out or click enter, and you have your shape defined. The next thing we're going to try to create is this one here. So I'm just going to go over to my rectangle tool again, right, and double click on thumbnail to give it this color. Click OK like this. Now when you're done, Ctrl T to bring out the transform and click on perspective. The same thing we did to the first shape, I'm going to apply like this, easy peasy. Right, and right click again, free transform, and bring this in like this. And yes, we've created our perspective. So this should be somewhere here, right? So go over to your pen tool. Let's create those sides. So create a new layer first so that you don't add to the existing layer, right? You can zoom in for precision, right? Make sure it's set to shape. Click here and click here like this and finish it up here. Now to adjust this node, you can see it's not balanced. Come here and click on your direct selection tool and bring this down here like this, easy peasy. So go back to the move tool. I can double click and change the color. I'm using a darker shade of green. All right, click OK. So I can either duplicate this or create a new one under. So whichever way works for you. I'm just going to duplicate this and flip it horizontally and flip it vertically. Oops. Okay, so Ctrl Z. So I'm going to bring this down, just duplicate it, bring this down here like this. And I'm just going to fit it here like this, using my direct selection tool this way. I'm going to move this upward like this till I have it somewhere here. You can see I have my balance here like this. Okay, so let's try and create this shadow. So to get this shadow, what I'm going to do is make a duplicate copy of this first rectangle, this one here, this one. So let me bring this in. It seems to be too big. So like I said, make a duplicate copy of this, right? And this is what we're duplicating. Make sure you don't make the mistake. So I've duplicated it. You can see it. I'm going to put it under. And I'm going to change the color to a darker shade, right? So selecting it, I'm just going to hold down Shift and take it inside to form this shape, creating something like this. I'm holding down Shift, and when you're done with that, go over to Filter, go to Blur, and click on Gaussian Blur. Convert to Smart Objects and increase the radius. Easy peasy. And click OK when you're done. Right, so you can now extend this out to have this. So you can see we have that done. And you can choose to reduce your opacity so the effect is not too much. So let's create the shadow underneath the box here. So with this, I'm going to use my pen tool, easy peasy, and I'm going to change the color to this, right, before I even start. So click OK. So that's the color I'm going to be using. So like always, create a new layer. Click here and finish it up here, right? Now go over to Filter and click on Blur and click on Gaussian Blur and convert this. Make sure the radius is not too much. Somewhere around here is good. Click OK and it's done. Very easy. So let's apply some finishing touches to all of these things. As you can see here, I have a shadow that looks like a light here. So what I'm going to do is very easy, right? Select this, right? On top of it, create a new layer, right? And make sure you clip it to that particular shape. I'm going to name this shadow, right? So it's very important that you name this so that you can easily find and make changes. And I'll tell you why later. So of course it's clipped to this guy here. So what you need to do is select the brush. Make sure you're using your soft brush. I prefer using this one here, right? So I'm double clicking. I'm going to select this color. Make sure this color is the color you're using. So you can copy the color code and use 2, right? So I'm going to make my brush slightly bigger, reduce the flow, and I'm going to, you can see the flow, right? But I'm going to apply it the right way by clicking here, and that's it basically, right? So I'm going to change this color back to white. As you can see, it makes a whole lot difference now, right? So set to white. I have my shadow here and easy peasy, we're good to go. So let's work on adding some effect to this. So I'm creating a new layer here and I'm going to change this to also shadow. So we're applying shadow to this rectangle, this green rectangle here, right? So I'm going to clip this empty layer to it and I'm going to select my brush, right? And I'm going to use a darker shade of this green. So select the green first and move to a darker shade, right? So with the darker shade selected, my flow is set to 31. I'm just going to paint in here to create a subtle gradient effect on the top here too. I'm going to do the same thing too. And easy peasy, right? This is another way to add subtle gradient effect to shapes inside of Photoshop, right? So I'm just going to go over to my text and I'm just going to type the number. I'm going to place it here. Of course, I'm going to make it bigger. And I'm going to change the color to white, like this. Right. And I'm going to bring in a text. Make it smaller, like this, and I'm going to place it here. All right. So with this text, I'm just going to convert to smart objects so that I can control the size very well without filling the whole page. Right, so I'm going to leave this like this, or better still, you can choose to reduce it and also add perspective to it, but I'm just going to leave mine this way. I'm going to show you how to replicate this. So you can group all of this and name this green, right? So let's get other colors from this. So make this smaller. And I can just position this here, right? And Ctrl J to make a duplicate copy of this, and I'm going to flip horizontally to bring this here, right? So I have a copy of this, but the issue and the problem we have is they are still green, but we can easily fix this. Let me show you how to fix it. So we're working on this. I'm just going to name this red. Right, so let's make all of this red instead. We'll start with this one. Ctrl T. We need to just flip this and click enter, and we can just change this to 2 like this. Simple. And position this the right way. The text, I'm going to apply the same thing to it, flip horizontally, and that's basically all you need to do. Now let's work on the shapes. So I'm just going to move to where you have reds and make sure I'm using a bright red. Click OK. Right, I'm going to move to this point here. I'm going to have a darker red here for this parts, and on the base I'm going to have the same color. But we have a major problem. We have green here and we have green here. How do we change this? Now it's very, very simple. Go to your adjustment and go to where you have hue and saturation. Right click and clip it to that particular image and click on saturation, turn it up, and the next thing you need to do is colorize. Right, so with colorize, it's going to go back. Make sure you set it to red and saturation set to 100. As you can see, it's well blended. For this, I'm going to apply the same law to this hue and saturation, and I'm going to clip it, colorize, right? Make sure saturation is set to 100 and make sure you tilt it towards the red because we're working on the red. And that's it. Done. Right, so for as many shapes you want to create out of this, you can keep duplicating and make these adjustments to the shapes like this. Right, so very easy. And by working and practicing with shapes like this, you become a pro using shapes inside of Photoshop. I hope you've learned something tangible in this video. If you learned something good, if this video has been beneficial to you, make sure you give it a thumbs up, like, share, and make sure you support this channel by subscribing. I'll see you in the next video.